Hello, everybody. It is Monday, September 22nd, and welcome back to the Nick Watkins Show. I'm Nick Watkins. Let's get into it. So, lots of good happened yesterday, and we're going to start with the 49ers, who defeated the division rival Arizona Cardinals by a score of 16-15 at Levi's Stadium yesterday. And, well, it came down to the wire, and the 49ers scored 10 points in the final quarter, including an Eddie Pinheiro game-winning field goal, and to win the game. And it wasn't the prettiest win. In fact, it was very ugly. Not a lot of touchdowns at all. I think there was only one, so for each team. So it was an ugly win. But what matters is we got the win, and the Niners improved to 3-0. Let's take a look at what happened. So the keys to the game that I said were going to be important were um, containing Kyler Murray. Let's take a look at how that went. He had 6 carries for 37 yards, and then he also had 22 completions for 159 yards and a touchdown. So did pretty well on that part. Did not let him run the ball and didn't let him air it out very much either. And that was an important part of the game. The defense was fantastic yesterday. I'll just say that before we continue to go. And the other part that I said was going to be important was not turning the ball over. And the 49ers lost the turnover battle 1-0. Mac Jones did throw an interception. It was a pretty bad interception as well. But they managed to recover. And after all, we ended up winning the game. So some of the big contributors yesterday, Christian McCaffrey, another fantastic game. 17 carries for 52 yards on the ground. And then through the air, he had 10 catches for 88 yards. So in total, he had 140 scrimmage yards. Fantastic game again from C-Mac. He's such a great player. And the offense is incredible when he is out there. And we probably underrated, which is crazy to say for Christian McCaffrey, Offensive Player of the Year. But he could be in MVP conversations this year. Ricky Pearsall also had a good game. 8 catches, 117 yards, and he had a big catch on 4th and 2 late in the game. And it's a 34-yard catch on 4th and 2 to keep the drive going. We eventually scored our only touchdown of the game following that. So Ricky Pearsall had a nice game. Mac Jones also had a pretty solid game, filling in for Purdy again. 284 yards on 27 completions for a touchdown and 1 pick. And Kyle Juszczyk also caught a touchdown, so that was good. And Bryce Huff had a sack as well, and a tackle for loss. So that was good. Offense wasn't the best, but the defense was fantastic. And Eddie Pinheiro, 3 for 3 on field goals, hit a game winner. Late in the game, it wasn't looking the best after the Cardinals scored, and then the turnover. And then what was crazy is we got a safety against us. The Cardinals got 2 points from a safety after a holding call in the back of the end zone on Pooney, and that was such a weird play. That was one of the actual parts of the game that I was able to watch. I was at work the whole game, and I was not happy about it, believe me, but I was able to watch that on my break, and I thought that was really weird what happened there. But, 2-minute drill, 49ers went down the field after they forced a stop, and shout out to Upton Stout for forcing an incompletion there. It was big that he made that pass breakup to keep hope alive for the team. And then 2-minute drill went down the field. McCaffrey had some big plays. Mac Jones dishing it out. It was a great 2-minute drill. Reminiscent of the Niners in Week 3 in 2019, where they didn't have the best game on offense. But when it mattered, they went down the field and scored on the last drive of the game for them. So it was a big win. Niners improved to 3-0 on the year, first in the NFC West. I know it's still Week 3. It's kind of early to be talking about division standings, but with the Rams looking good and the Cardinals also 2-1, the Seahawks demolished the Saints yesterday. The division is looking to be a little bit tougher than I thought it was going to be, so these wins matter. Every win matters. especially because of the injury report, and we got to get to that. I don't want to talk about it. Unfortunately, you have to bring it up because it is a huge piece of news that came out earlier today. Is that Nick Bosa, who is in some cases, the argument can be made he is our best player overall. He's absolutely one of the best players on our team, one of the best in the league, and he is going to be out for the year with a torn ACL. And the defense is really what's kept us in the game these past 3 weeks, especially against Seattle and yesterday. Um, so the fact that Bosa is going to be there, I mean, the D line is still good without him, but the defense isn't locked down like we really need it to be. And nothing against the offense, but with the injuries that we have on the offensive side of the ball, the defense has got to be elite in order for us to actually win the whole thing, which is obviously the goal. We can still be a good team without Bosa, but we really need him to be good if we're going to make a deep run this year. So it's a crushing loss, um, losing Nick Bosa. And, you know, just got to some I would say like that's just how football is, but the amount of injuries that we've had in the past couple of years makes me think like there's got to be something wrong with like I don't know what because I'm not like qualified and I'm not like knowledgeable in that kind of stuff, but it feels like the amount of injuries we have it can't be just a mere coincidence every single time now because there's been so many injuries in the previous years and also this year as well with all the injuries that we have. So it's a problem God trying to do something about it, I guess. So yeah, Niners improved to 3-0 with a win over the Cardinals. Another team that won against the division rival yesterday was the San Francisco Giants, who won 3-1 against the Dodgers in LA to get a game. Just to pick up one game in this series, we did lose 3-1 in the series, but we won 3-1 this game, and that's good. Starter yesterday making his first career start was Trevor McDonald, and he was good. He went 6 innings, one earned run, struck out three, and for a first career start being against the Los Angeles Dodgers and only allowing one run is pretty impressive. So good outing for McDonald. The win went to Spencer Bivens, and then Walker got his 16th save of the year. He looked much better yesterday. And the loss went to Blake Trinan, who has been struggling recently, I guess, is what Dodger fans were saying. He was getting booed when he was pitching. So, yeah, once again, Giants offense was struggled against the starter. Emmett Sheehan was the starter for the Dodgers. He went 7 scoreless, struck out 10, only gave up 1 hit and no walks. So that is just really bad. And the thing about the Giants offense that I've been noticing, and the point that I want to make is it's very streaky. And what I mean by that is when somebody's going well, everyone's going well. And it's just, it builds, it compounds, and everyone's hitting the ball at the same time. And then we'll get into streaks like this where nobody can hit the ball. And we can't be having that, especially with 6 games to go in the season. And we're 3 games back in the Mets. And we can't just tie with the Mets. We have to actually beat them. So we have to be a game ahead of them. Um, we got to win as many games as possible. Um, yeah, it's going to be tough. Basically, if we want to make the playoffs this year, we have to win out every single game. Thankfully, the opponents that we're facing are not the best. It's the Cardinals and then the Rockies. Both of these series are going to be at home. We have to win. It's literally a must win. If we lose even one of these games, then the chances of us making the playoffs are near zero. And if eventually you might get to a point where if we lose a game, then it will be zero chance of making the playoffs. We're 2 games under 500 right now, and it really feels like the first couple weeks of September have been undone. These past couple of games, going 2-5 on the road trip is not good at all. And we're trying to fight for a playoff spot. We need to be better than that. Um, so yeah, not looking good. There's always a chance though. That's why we gotta just keep fighting. Keep fighting. We played the Cardinals today at home. Verlander's gonna be on the mound going up against Michael McGreevy. And Unk's been very good in his last couple of starts. He's gone 5+ in five in all 5 of his last starts, and he's gotten a win 2 of those. and the only one we lost was when we blew the save against the Cardinals. But another point that I want to make is now with the season being, 6 games left and we're 3 games back, I can easily think of many games that we should have won that could have helped us now. Like getting swept by the Marlins at home, losing 2 to the White Sox in Chicago. What are some other ones? Losing 2 to the Nationals, losing 2 to the Rays, getting swept by the Pirates and Mets in back-to-back series at home when both of those teams are very bad on the road. And then there are also some like singular losses that stand out. Randy Rodriguez blew 2 saves. I can think of one in Colorado in early June and one in Pittsburgh in early August, or actually mid-August. That we could have used those 2 games right now, and it's very frustrating to know that we could have had a chance to be in a better position right now and to maybe even be fighting for the division because the Dodgers don't look as dominant as they were last year. And we definitely had a chance, but we blew it. We really did, and that's very unfortunate. So then we're gonna have to sit with if we don't make it this year. And even if we do make it, we can know that we could have had a much better spot. So it's unfortunate, but 2 wins yesterday is a good day. So Giants won 3-1 against the Dodgers. Niners won 16-15 against Arizona, and that's gonna do it for today. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.